with Goil Super XP. Available in many Goil stations nationwide. It is fortified with special additives that help your engine perform better and use less fuel. Branch into a Goil station today and energize your ride with Goil Super XP, compatible with most vehicles. Goil Super XP will feel ya, huh? Will be feel. Goil, good energy. Yeah, yeah.
Electricity, then pay your taxes. Yeah. Our taxes, our future.
Because you see, without our taxes, we wouldn't have good roads, good schools, better hospitals, street lights, and other very important social amenities. When we pay our taxes, we give our children free and quality education. Talga, my money too small. Why should I pay my tax? Look, small. Salifo, it doesn't matter how small or big your business or income is, you still have to pay your taxes. The little taxes from each and every one of us, when put together, could give your community clean water or that deprived school with tables and chairs. Please pay your taxes. It is your responsibility. It is your civic duty. It is the law.
Welcome to today's edition of Serene Insurance Business News. We present to you Serena.
You're right. You can complete an entire insurance process for the purchase of any motor and other insurance products, from onboarding to issuing a motor insurance sticker and policy certificate, all on WhatsApp in less than 10 minutes. Serena is simple to use and it prioritizes user ease and flexibility. You can either use voice notes or text to effortlessly issue your instant policy, cross-platform renewals, claims, and also process your payments through mobile money, Visa, and MasterCard. To engage Serena, just search for Serene Insurance on all social media handles and scan the Serena barcode or save her number 0500 517 114 and start chatting her on WhatsApp immediately.
There you have it. Serena is not just a tool, it's an innovation by Serene Insurance designed to redefine how motor and travel insurance are accessed and managed. Speed, convenience, and reliability.
MPS Terminal 3 is Africa's new state-of-the-art container terminal at Tema Port. For manufacturers, agro-processors and traders, the new port means business can be done faster. This infrastructure boost will improve Ghana's port handling capacity, connect more trading routes, and oil the engine of growth for the economy, creating greater opportunities across all sectors as Africa's markets merge and become the largest trading bloc globally. MPS, we connect, you thrive.
At Phoenix Insurance, we make the unpredictable predictable and the uncertain certain with our range of products, including motor insurance, fire insurance, engineering insurance, marine insurance, accident insurances, and all types of bonds. We have you covered. We also support you with risk management advice to enable you stay focused on your business. Take a policy with Phoenix Insurance today. We help you rise from adversity stronger and more secure. Contact us on 0302-246319 or 0302-246644 or any of our branches, agencies, and brokers spread across the nation. You can as well connect with us on our WhatsApp chatbot. Efiba is waiting to assist you. Make the future predictable with Phoenix Insurance. Phoenix Insurance, a delightful service experience delivered with wisdom.
Across the corridor and every major yard, JAPTU is the choice of over 11,000 professional drivers. Visit our kiosk to register. Join a community built on safety, savings, and success. Get your official high-vis gear and your personalized JAPTU ID, your key to a smarter journey. With over 11,000 members, you are never driving alone. This is the JAPTU standard of excellence. Tap your card for instant fuel discounts at Shell. Save more on every fill and keep your profits high. Maximize your earnings with our real-time load board. Find your next haul instantly.
All right, welcome back. So it's now time for us to take a look at happenings in the port and shipping industry over the last week by way of local stories. Please enjoy.
Now let's get 1, 2, 3, 4.
Management of the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority is intensifying efforts to promote staff wellness and physical fitness as part of measures to improve productivity and operational efficiency at the Port of Tema. On Saturday, May 16, 2026, the Director of Ports, Tebon Zuma, led his maiden health walk from Tema Port Administration Block to the GPHA Sports Hall and Gym alongside management, staff, dependents, and members of the GPHA Fitness Club. Among participants were the Port Security Manager, Colonel Daniel Bonda, the Marketing and Public Affairs Manager, Abna Sewo Pokufosu, other heads of departments, union leaders, and personnel from the Health Services Department. Speaking after the exercise, the Director of Ports said the enthusiasm shown by participants could see the initiative become a monthly activity within the Port Enclave.
We have dubbed this walk the Director of Ports Maiden Walk. It is because we recognize the importance of good health. For the importance of good health, we recognize that we need to be fit physically and mentally. We embark on the walk to demonstrate to our customers and our stakeholders that we are strong, we are fit, we can do the job, or we'll do the job as they expect, and we'll deliver nothing but quality service.
He assured port users and stakeholders that management would continue to prioritize the health and physical well-being of staff to ensure efficient service delivery and operational excellence.
Our customers should recognize that we are not just sitting in offices and moving around at the ship side, moving containers and cargo, but then we can physically come out and exercise. We believe it's a good thing. It will help our workers to be healthy. It will also help GPHA in particular to reduce the health or the bills at the hospitals. And so we intend to keep this thing up.
The DP further disclosed plans to revamp faulty equipment at the GPHA Fitness Club and encouraged staff to embrace regular exercise to remain fit and productive.
All right, so it's now time for us to take a look at happenings and international front by way of news. Please enjoy.
Africa Global Logistics Cameroon has partnered fintech startup Reezy to launch a new pilot logistics corridor linking China and Cameroon to support small and medium-sized enterprises in international trade. The service combines secure digital payment solutions with end-to-end cargo tracking, simplifying imports and improving transparency for businesses. The first consolidated container under the initiative arrived at the port of Douala on April 29, marking the operational launch of the corridor. AGL says the partnership strengthens Asia-Africa trade connectivity while helping local businesses overcome challenges related to cross-border payments and freight management. The initiative is expected to boost SME competitiveness and could eventually expand into other African markets as demand for integrated logistics and fintech solutions grows. More than 1,000 passengers aboard the Ambition cruise ship were temporarily prevented from disembarking in Bordeaux, France, after 49 people fell ill with gastrointestinal symptoms linked to norovirus. French health authorities confirmed the outbreak after laboratory tests, but said no serious cases had been reported on board. Passengers without symptoms have now been cleared to leave the vessel and participate in shore excursions, while affected individuals remain in isolation. The ship, operated by Ambassador Cruise Line, departed Belfast on May 8 and later called at Liverpool before the reported increase in illnesses. Enhanced cleaning, disinfection, and hygiene measures have been implemented across the vessel as authorities continue monitoring the situation.
All right, so it's now time for the word or phrase of the day segment, and the word or phrase of the day segment has been fashioned to bring you up to speed with the terminologies and jargons we use in the shipping industry. Today's phrase, consolidated container. Consolidated container.
Consolidated container. A consolidated container refers to a shipping container that combines multiple smaller shipments from different shippers into one larger container for transport, helping to reduce costs and improve efficiency in logistics operations.
And finally, on to the health and safety tip for the day before we zoom into our discussion proper. Tonight, we're talking about MRI scan. MRI scan use.
MRI scan. Magnetic resonance imaging (MRI) is a procedure used to diagnose and evaluate diseases and injuries. Magnetic resonance images scan use large powerful magnets and a specialized computer to produce high-resolution pictures, cross-sectional images of the bones and soft tissues. Unlike X-rays and computerized tomography, that is CT scans, MRI works without radiation. During MRI, practice calm breathing if you feel anxious in the enclosed space. Stay as still as possible for clear images. Use the emergency call button if you feel discomfort, panic, dizziness, or breathing problems.
All right, so we're going straight into our topic for tonight. Tonight, we're taking a look at the Joint Association of Port Transport Unions, JAPTU. That's JAPTU-Ghana, where they are driving efficiency, professionalism, and sustainability in Ghana's port transport ecosystem. Now, before I introduce my guest, I want to put the discussion into context. And, in an era where trade efficiency defines national competitiveness, the role of road transport, particularly with the port and logistics value chain, has never been more critical. As the umbrella body of the trucking sector within Ghana's port ecosystem, JAPTU-Ghana continues to emerge as a unifying force, bringing structure, professionalism, and strategic direction to the haulage sector that underpins Ghana's maritime economy. Now, this edition of our report focuses on JAPTU-Ghana's evolving journey as a credible partner, not only in the health and safety of the port community, but also in the national development, amplifying the voices of transport operators while aligning activities within the sector to global best practices in port logistics. Now, at the heart of JAPTU-Ghana lies a clear vision to become a highly recognized, influential, and transformative umbrella transport union that ensures efficiency, fairness, and sustainability within Ghana's port and logistics ecosystem. This vision is anchored in a mission dedicated to promoting unity among transport operators, advocating progressive policies, enhancing operational standards, ensuring cargo and state revenue security, and fostering strategic partnerships with institutions including the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, the Ghana Shippers Authority, the Customs Division of the Ghana Regional Authority, and other relevant stakeholders. Now, since its establishment, JAPTU-Ghana has struck significant milestones that underscores its growing relevance within the industry. These include recognition as a central coordinating body for port transport unions, active engagement in policy advocacy on issues such as axle load regulations and port access reforms, and efforts towards digitization through initiatives such as the proposed load board system aimed at improving cargo allocation transparency and operational efficiency. Now, this discussion will also examine JAPTU-Ghana's continuous stakeholder engagement, capacity building programs for members, and strategic interventions to safeguard the operational and financial interests of transport operators within an increasingly regulated environment. Looking ahead, JAPTU-Ghana seeks to deepen its advocacy role in shaping fair and implementable regulatory frameworks, particularly in light of the ECOWAS harmonized regulations on axle load control. Now, the union also aims to scale up digital transformation initiatives, strengthen institutional partnerships, and elevate professionalism and compliance standards among its members. And so this discussion on our import will provide a platform to explore JAPTU Ghana's strategic direction, highlight its contributions to Ghana's maritime industry, and also examine how collaboration within the port and logistics chain can unlock greater efficiency and competitiveness for Ghana's ports. And so with us in the studios, ladies and gentlemen, is the Executive Secretary of the Joint Association of Port Transport Unions. He's no stranger to our import, Mr. Ibrahim Musa. Good evening, sir, and welcome.
Good evening, and thank you for having us.
Absolutely, great. Also with us in the studios, Mr. Eugene Ohiming. He's the Head of IT and Project Development at the Joint Association of Port Transport Unions, JAPTU Ghana. Good evening, sir, and welcome.
Thank you very much, Kennedy.
Absolutely. Let me ask, how is Chairman Shamsu doing?
Our chairman is doing very well.
Absolutely.
And, Chairman Shamsu also sends his greetings to all our cherished viewers.
Great. Awesome. All right, so I think I'll start with Mr. Ibrahim Musa, and if you can walk us through once again, introduce JAPTU Ghana to us.
All right, thank you very much,
Let's
Mr.
go back
Muna.
to basics, yes.
Right, thank you very much. And the name JAPTU is actually an acronym, and it stands for the Joint Association of Port Transport Unions.
Yes.
Now, this entity, as we have it, is the outcome of a period of strenuous stakeholder consensus building. Because once upon a time, the trucking sector within the port ecosystem was largely characterized by a lot of arbitrariness and some forms of chaos that gave room for all manner of elements to perpetrate illegality within the space.
Yeah.
Now, due to the modernization effort, it became necessary that a central coordinating structure be put in place to more or less coordinate the activities of all the associations that offer transport services within the port ecosystem.
Yes.
That is what gave birth to JAPTU under the auspices of the Ghana Shippers Authority and the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority.
Right.
Per our mandate, we are required, beyond providing a clearly defined structure for the trucking industry, to also serve as a competent filter for trucks that are seeking to access the port.
Yeah.
This union, as we have it, represents not just truck drivers, but also truck owners and some ancillary service providers like training institutions amongst our space.
Right.
We, beyond serving as a filter for trucks seeking to enter the port space, are also leading in advocacy to ensure that we are able to make policy inputs appropriately, and we also have a defined structure, and we are able to be engaged by relevant, state institutions. You can imagine, especially in the beauty of a 1982 constitution that allows for freedom of association.
Absolutely.
You are likely to have a plethora of various associations operating in the space, some of them that don't even bring any value into the space.
Absolutely.
This is why the presence of JAPTU is critical to ensure that our structure, the tracking sector of the port operation, is so well reformed and responsive to the needs of our cherished clients, and to ensure that what service we render adds to the competitiveness of the port.
Right.
This we are doing very well to also ensure that there is, like you said in your intro, to ensure cargo security.
Absolutely.
Cargo security is crucial. Whoever puts their cargo on our truck should be sure that this cargo will deliver in a timely, cost-effective manner, and it's traceable.
Absolutely.
I'm sure as the conversation goes through, so JAPTU is not just one of several transport unions competing in the space.
Right.
JAPTU is the umbrella body giving identity, introducing reformative policies to ensure that the services that we offer are predictive, the services that we offer are streamlined, are standardized, and well coordinated.
Right.
This is what JAPTU is all about in a nutshell.
Absolutely. Awesome. Thank you very much indeed. Let me come to Mr. Ohiming and find out from you. In my intro, I also mentioned when I was, acknowledging the sponsors that the latest kid on the block is JAPTU, Joint Association of Port Transport Unions. What inspired this partnership with the Iron Ports?
Thank you very much, Kennedy. On a very lighter note, a platform which is being sponsored by MPS and Ghana Link and GRA, obviously it's a very solid platform.
Absolutely.
So even if we didn't have any knowledge or foresight, looking at these giant companies being sponsors of this platform,
great,
it's a very good platform. Now, to be honest, Ion Port has become very credible platform in the maritime space as we speak.
Thank you so much.
If you want any credible information with regards to maritime, this is the place to be.
The go-to place.
So, well, we being in the transport sector, if you look at the supply chain or the value chain, we are at the bottom. All the players in there are already on this platform. So we saw it as a need and importance to be part of this partnership.
Absolutely.
And it's a great honor to be part of this family. And I think after the year, we'll still remain being partners of this platform.
This marriage is forever.
It's forever, yes. So often transporters or the transport sector is seen as an outsider if it comes to the chain.
Sure.
But we are an integral part of the chain.
Absolutely, of the system.
If it comes to logistics, 70% is transportation. There's a transportation happening at the origin, and there's a transportation happening inbound, even within terminals, and the last mile transportation is also happening.
So each step of the way you have transportation.
Each step of the way there's transport. So now we are coming on board fully, and we'll be here forever. Thank you.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you. You want to add something to
well,
that?
just to add to what my head of IT also and project said, that look, this platform we at JAPTU believe provides a rare opportunity for us to tell the JAPTU story to industry players. If there's anybody in the maritime industry that matters, I'm sure every evening on Sunday, their eyes are glued on Ion Port.
Definitely, that's
so
right.
this is going to shine the spotlight on JAPTU, and we are able to explain some of the innovations, interventions that we are bringing into this space.
Absolutely.
Most importantly, selecting the health and safety segment to sponsor is not a decision that we just came by chance. It also shows our commitment to ensuring that the workforce that we move our cargo with are in very good condition. This is where we also think the Director of Ports initiative in introducing this work is also very commendable. So I think it's a family that is growing, and I think we are growing in the right direction.
Great. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. So let me come back to you, Mr. Ohiming, and find out from you the contribution of JAPTU Ghana to the growth and development of the tracking system in Ghana, the tracking industry in Ghana.
All right, thank you very much. I'll break it into four. The first one, we are trying to professionalize the sector through the driver and the truck verification system.
Right.
I'll explain further. So as you already know, we started a project called Driver Vehicle Management System, which is a subset of our transport management system. This system seeks to make sure all drivers that belongs to JAPTU, bear in mind, JAPTU is not only drivers. We have owners also on the platform.
The owners of the trucks.
The owners of the trucks and the drivers themselves are verified.
Absolutely.
The trucks also are verified. As my brother said earlier, we are serving as a filter to make sure the 18,000 trucks and the 11,000 plus drivers on the platform, this data is credible.
Okay, so you have 18,000 trucks.
And then we have over 11,000 drivers, verified drivers on the platform. So the first thing we seek to do is to make sure we have a credible database. Bear in mind, we are not working in isolation. We are working with major stakeholders. The port contributes over 80% of government revenue.
Absolutely, yes.
And if the last mile players are not verified, it means you should know what should happen. Sure. Secondly, we are trying to digitize the transport operations through our transport management system in the load board. So we are bringing a bit of technology. This government is very keen if it comes to technology. JAPTU is not left behind as far as technology is concerned. All the 11,000 drivers we have verified are issued with NFC cards, smart NFC card, which embeds all the information of the driver, the biodata, and every activity being conducted by the driver is also embedded in this card and captured. So here you could see NFC-enabled cards being issued, drivers being verified, trucks being verified. The TMS also is very complex. The TMS has several components in there.
So if you can break it down, NFC, what is it?
Near field communication cards.
These are technicalities. You need to break it down.
Or smart cards.
You also mentioned TMF. So if you can give the
TMS is the transport management system.
Okay.
So this manages the fleet that we have.
Yes.
It comes with driver violation, driver driving hours. It comes with compliance dashboard. It is only JAPTU who has a platform where if their members' licenses are about to expire, the platform prompts the drivers.
Okay.
If their roadworthy is about to expire, you are prompted. If your insurance is about to expire, you are prompted. So we've put in several compliance platforms in the transport management system to make sure all things are catered for. Right. Now, the load board is our new baby on the block that is coming. A load board is basically a platform where freight forwarders post load and drivers accept it.
Right.
But any driver who is verified, registered, any truck that is verified and registered can only have access to these jobs coming. So we are trying to sanitize the system to make sure that drivers are not just drivers who are there driving, but they've gone through a rigorous process to make themselves available to be able to be given jobs. Now, one of the pain points of drivers is unable to get jobs.
Before you continue, there are some numbers that are calling. Please, this is the WhatsApp line. The time is not ripe yet for us to activate the phone line. 0240742295. You are calling. Please, hold on. This particular number that you're calling is strictly for WhatsApp. When the time is ripe, we'll activate the phone lines for you to call in. I saw a 053 also call in before this one call. So please, just exercise restraint. And if you want, you can also, if you like, you can just send your message across, and then at the right time, we'll share it with the rest of the world. But when the time is ripe, the phone lines will be activated for you to call in. Yes, please.
So to continue on,
yes,
the numbers don't add up with regards to which driver gets what to do and the proportion.
Yeah.
Kennedy, let me give you a bit of statistics. In a month, we received over 100,000 containers.
Yes.
To be carried by
100,000 containers.
18,000 trucks. Now, if you do the math,
there's a deficit.
There's a lot of deficits. Most drivers don't get jobs to do. And when you ask them, all what they say is because the agents don't know them. JAPTU has been able to erase this because you don't have to know a driver before you can issue or give him a job to do.
Yes.
Drivers on our platform are verified. So the fear of not knowing a driver has been erased by the TMS that JAPTU has introduced. Now, one of the ways we are trying to also help, or the 4 ways, the third one is we are trying to bring cargo traceability. On the load board, agents can track and trace their cargo in real time. Shippers will receive notification of the tracking link, and they will see their cargo at any given time. Gone are the days where when a shipper gives a transporter or an agent gives a transporter load, they have to sit down and wait to make sure, or to wait for the driver to call them that I have arrived. Now, with the aid of technology on our load board, you are able to see the exact location of the driver in real time. So we are bringing traceability to reduce risk associated with cargo theft, cargo diversion, and unverified drivers. Lastly, we are advocating for fair policies that will protect national trade and also the interests of livelihood of transport operators. About 87% of the truck drivers don't own these trucks. And we are bringing systems in place to make sure, one, they get jobs to do. There's fairness in distribution of job. That's the load board. And make sure that any driver that participates on the load board is also verified. Thank you.
Okay, so let me quickly clarify this before I come to Mr. Musa. The fact that we have this huge deficit in terms of truck driver, I just want to find out from you, does that mean that we can, is an avenue, an opportunity that we have identified that we need to recruit more drivers and acquire more trucks? And so if I am sitting somewhere as a private person and I have the resources, I can perhaps say, let me venture into trucking. And so let me mincrash on 50 trucks and come and I'll put some drivers in there. That means that there's ready market for me?
Exactly. So let me just add something here. You see, what the load board seeks to address, the problem the load board seeks to address is what you are saying. Because jobs are not fairly distributed.
Right.
Hence, there's a gap.
Sure.
Shippers are paying demurrage because when it gets to the peak time, there's no trucks to pick.
Yeah.
The challenge for investors here is also truthness on behalf of transporters and trucks.
Yeah.
If there's a system or a platform to see your truck working, Kennedy, I bet investors will jump onto this platform to make sure they invest. Because every time of the year, from October to November, there is truck shortage. Even GPHA also experience it in their evacuation. So the trucks are not enough, and bringing this load board solves that problem, where investors can come in and then also invest. Now, if you look at our demographics with regards to the age of our drivers, 75% are above 50 years.
Right.
So in no time, 10 to 15 years, these people will fade out.
Then
now, how are we enticing the new ones to come in? If there's technology, there's efficiency, there's fairness in job, young guys can also come in.
Absolutely.
That's what we seek to do with technology introduction in our system.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Awesome. Great. Yes, let me come to Mr. Musa. I just okay, you want
just
to
add a bit to what my head of IT also said. The beauty of the transport management system that JAPTU has put in
TMS,
place, and particularly the load board, its ability to make track availability visible to prospective clients.
Okay.
One of the problems that the industry has presently is that hiring of trucks has become more of a physical, personal interaction.
Okay.
Meanwhile, there may be some trucks that are available.
Okay.
But whoever has the cargo doesn't know a person who knows somebody to lead them. Now, this system takes care of all of that, because on the dashboard, you are able to know the availability of trucks. This even helps in planning, in the sense that before you even bring in your shipment, you are looking at trucks that are available as against when your cargo will arrive. All of these things is to clean up the space.
It helps us to plan,
Exactly, to help planning, because we want the tracking sector and our operations to bring value to the port.
Absolutely.
Just to go further, all these things that have been explained beautifully by Eugene, I must say, for the sake of emphasis, that JAPTU renders these things free of charge. For example, the issuance of our near-field communication card. This is a very expensive undertaking financially. And yet, JAPTU believes that our presence in this space must count for some real value.
Absolutely.
Even though we are suffocating, we think that if we are able to pull through with this, it's a major addition. Because then it should be impossible for anybody to clone or steal any truck or driver's identity and get into our ports. Our ports are investing in technology.
Absolutely.
At the top, we at the operational end cannot sit aloof. We need to be also following the system with the appropriate kind of interventions on our side to ensure that at the end of the day, the transport loading advice that we issue is a credible document. Because by that document, we are making an undertaking to the cargo owner and to the port that this truck we know. Previously, this transport loading advice we call TLA was done manually. And here we have to also commend cars brokers, because their presence on the JAPTU team has transformed a lot of things that we are doing. Because now we are not issuing our transport loading advice manually. We are doing it digitally. And you can imagine the efficiency this brings. Manually, we were very open to a lot of errors. But digitally now, it is fast and it is accurate. And in all of these things, you can even engage us remotely. So this tells you that in this space that we have been given the mandate to superintend over, it's a mandate JAPTU is taking very seriously. And if there is anything that has to be done to bring value, you can trust JAPTU that we will not renege on that responsibility and we will continue to deliver for the industry.
Right.
We, as a union, we also render some serious advocacy to add to what my brother said.
Yes.
If you follow the JAPTU trajectory very well, you realize that we engage the Ghana Police Service extensively to, bring about greater security.
Sure.
It is one thing for government to invest in port and modernization and improvement. And then we have our corridors not safe. This became a major issue some time back, and we had to advocate very seriously to the extent that we had the opportunity of meeting the Police Management Board, POMAB, and the Inspector General of Police. And we must commend the Inspector General of Police, IGP Tete Yohun, for the kind of interventions that he introduced. And as we speak now, our roads are relatively safer than before. And these are some of the things that assure people to bring their cargo. At a point in time, transporters were contemplating whether to come to Ghana or not. And we felt, no, this was unacceptable. Safety is another thing we are investing in. You notice that many times trucks will break. Already our roads are narrow. The services are not the best. If you were following us, I think 2-3 years ago, we even worked in partnership with the Road Safety Management Services Limited to introduce a highly subsidized towing services to ensure that any truck that belongs to JAPTU that breaks down in a built-up or in a city area, within an hour, the truck is towed. Within 2 hours outside built-up areas, the truck is towed. At, a fee that sounds ridiculous, 500 at that time. This shows that as a union, we are pooling our resources together. And even coming to the point of what cost of doing business, I'm surprised, my brother, I'm sure maybe he's waiting to bring it up later. But then we know we have this fuel subsidy. That is also another incentive. A driver instantly buys fuel and has JAPTU card with some, discounts. You get real good money that goes directly to the drivers. These are major welfare policies. So we are doing all of this to ensure that a driver does his work with clear mind. A driver is not tempted by anything. If you monitor our space right now, those days of cargo theft, cargo diversion, we are gradually eliminating that. And this is something that JAPTU is deliberately working at, because the objective or the vision here is to get to a zero diversion rate to ensure that state revenue is protected. We need to build this country, and every revenue that we have to get must be mobilized properly. Thank you.
So this brings a win-win situation for both the truck owner and then the driver. Okay, so let's take a look at the recent strike action that you actually intended to come up with, and fortunately, we were told you decided to call it off. What necessitated this move?
Well, the speed with which we called this strike off is also indicative of how sensitive we are to our actions and its impact in the industry. Anytime we stop, the ripple effect is enormous. So we are never happy at declaring sit-down strikes. And if you have watched our operations, we will go so close. But if there is that slightest opportunity of pulling the plugs, we will pull the plugs first and engage. This is where we also want to thank the Chief Executive of the Ghana Shippers Authority. Yes, for the swift manner in which he reacted to our concerns. We declared the sit-down strike on 2 major issues. The first one had to do with the proposed registration of hauliers under the new Ghana Shippers Act 1122 that required that they register hauliers. And during a sensitization seminar that we had with the Ghana Shippers Authority, it was highlighted that the authority was going to start the registration at a fee. And we felt that, no, we have such a beautiful relationship with the Shippers Authority, and we don't think they will stampede us in this manner. That was one.
Because one, before you continue, even if JAPTU is able to absorb some of the costs for its drivers, you mentioned some of the things that you do for the drivers free of charge.
Yeah.
At least shippers should also be able to.
Exactly.
But I'm not speaking for
yes,
them. But
I know,
you
exactly.
Just playing the devil's
but,
advocate here.
you know,
yeah.
we, as soon as we declared the strike, the very next Monday,
yes.
we had an invitation to sit with the authority.
Yeah.
The meeting was chaired by Prof himself, and they clarified.
Yeah.
They clarified that the intent is not to register individual transporters,
right.
which was what was communicated to us at the station. But I felt a bit of miscommunication,
So they were going to register JAPTU as a group?
Yes, so they were going to now register haulage service providers that are incorporated.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, but not individual transporters. So that clarification gave a bit of some understanding in that area.
Right.
Then the next one, which was the more contentious issue, had to do with the axle load regime that the Ministry of Roads and Highways was seeking to enforce. We know that there is a harmonized ECOWAS axle load regulation that is awaiting implementation.
Yes.
But every now and then, we also hear our minister, especially in the media. When I say the minister, I'm referring to the Minister of Roads and Highways, making certain announcements. And in this, what we call it, harmonized regulations, there are some new introduction, things like weighing fee. You understand? These are things that are new to the axle weight regime. And we feel that the roadmap for this implementation also had some very critical milestones that have not been met yet to trigger an implementation. So for the Roads and the Ghana Highway Authority to go under the Shippers Authority and purport to be sensitizing us as a build-up to that, we felt was not fair, and that if they have to engage us, they must engage us properly. And we think that the Shippers Authority shouldn't have given them that opportunity. Because to begin with, we have pushed an advocacy with the Shippers Authority for years, getting the Ministry of Roads and Highways and then the Ghana Highway Authority to reform the axle load regime.
Right.
Because we feel the axle load regime, as we have it now, has become a fertile ground for all manner of illegalities.
Right.
JAPTU, as you may be aware, has started a campaign, a serious campaign, some of the flyers I'm sure you saw, against overloading.
Right.
As a matter of fact, our system doesn't register these trucks that are out of gauge, extended width, extended length, and all of that. Why? Because we think that these are the greedy elements in the haulage space who food that is meant for what?
Everybody
3 people, one person wants to take it alone. And in lining their pockets, they are damaging our roads.
That's right.
As a union, we are not oblivious of the costs of what? Constructing the roads and maintaining the roads. If there is any entity that has serious direct interest in the state of the roads, it should be JAPTU or we in the transport industry. So no transport operator in their rightful mind would condone overloading. This is why we are pushing against anything that would destroy our roads. But we are calling on the minister to engage properly. We also have ideas to share. This is not about somebody having a whip and thinking you have the mandate, so you are going to harass us. We have to do this together. And we felt that, no, the Shippers Authority, yes, they are with us. But they allowed a smuggler to hop onto our bus. And we want that smuggler to drop and do the right thing. This is what called for that sit-down strike.
Absolutely.
And when we sat down, we had some assurances. One, like I said, they clarified the issue of the 250 cedis. And then 2, we received the assurance that they were going to reach out to the Minister for Roads and Highways and get him and his team to engage us properly so we can walk the ECOWAS roadmap properly and get to implementation. But we want to ensure everybody that we at JAPTU would support any initiative that is aimed at ensuring that this overloading and out-of-gauge trucks are cleared off our roads. Because we need our drivers to be safe, and we need our roads to be in good condition. And the monies that we spend on maintaining roads can be invested in other things.
Absolutely. Awesome. Awesome. So let me just find out. So where are we currently on these challenges? All in all, if you'd want to.
Yes. So for now, we are still waiting for the minister, the Honorable Minister for Roads and Highways, to reach out to us. And for some very strange reason, this is one minister who has refused. Let me just put that.
Yes.
Refused to engage JAPTU. Because for whatever reason, I don't know whether he came to office.
Has he actually refused? Hasn't he given, perhaps he's busy and he hasn't?
Yes, we are saying refused because we've written to the Honorable Minister several times, to the extent that when the Burkina authorities started enforcing the axle with regulations and there were some disturbances at the borders up north, the special envoy for the AES region invited us to explain. We released a statement to dissociate the union from that because we think what the Burkinabés are doing, we should have started that long ago. They have the will to enforce. We don't have that will yet. At that meeting, a call was placed to the Chief Director at the Ministry of Roads and Transport to engage us because they noticed that we had some very useful, recommendations and contributions to ensuring successful implementation. But we were given a date to come. We went, and then there was an excuse. Then we were given another date. And that day, something really funny happened that I don't think is good for the image of the minister.
You know, the minister is very busy. He's all over the place, working on the big push routes and all that. So he's all over the country.
Yes,
Maybe
we admit the minister is busy. And does he have an option anyway? He has to be busy.
Absolutely.
He's serving us.
Yes,
and
exactly.
we appreciate the service he's giving to us. But you see, we also think that the minister should expand his stakeholder network. There is no single transport union in the sub-region. I'm not talking about Ghana. In the sub-region, that is bigger than Ghana. That is bigger than JAPTU. JAPTU comprises 16 individual transport associations and unions that include transport associations from Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. We now even have applications from the Nigerian and the Ivorian transport operators who want to come into the fold. And we think that is a welcoming development. So if you have such a huge stakeholder, what justification can you possibly give? And we are not seeking to meet the minister in person. No, it's an institution. That institution should have arrangement to engage us. Sometimes the essence of this engagement is even to help us understand the policy processes so we can explain to our people and get them ready. And then implementation doesn't encounter any needless, hitches and all of that. Protecting our roads is not an individual's responsibility. The minister may believe that he wants to protect our roads, but we can assure him that we need our roads to be in a better, because that is our office. That's where we work. But to have him in office for nearly 2 years, and we have been knocking at the door.
So when we're done with the program, maybe we'll place a call to the Honorable Hassan Suwini, who used to be my co-worker, at a radio station up north in Tamale. We used to work together at Diamond FM. He's my very good friend, the Honorable Suwini. So one of them will call him and see if he can pave the way for that meeting to take place.
That would be
And if anybody's watching and listening, they should please tell him that we're going to give him a call and then seek audience with him and his boss so that we see where to, because this is a very serious matter.
That would be a very useful intervention, because we feel with all that JAPTU is investing in this space, it is not right for us to be treated as outsiders. If there is anybody that should have some input in matters concerning our road infrastructure, you can't skip JAPTU. You understand? No matter how childish our suggestions are, sometimes you just have to hear us out. Truck owners are spending so much in maintenance. Anybody who understands the transport business would not engage in overloading. Because overloading is counterproductive. Your maintenance cost is high. Time you spend on journeys are high. And the very road you want to ply on, you destroy them. What sense does that make? how much in additional revenue do you make?
Yeah.
Eventually, all of that gets absorbed. And what do? You leave us, the state, with a cost that no matter the penalty, you understand, it can never come close to the maintenance. We understand these critical issues.
Right.
And we think that if we have to walk this journey together, we'll be in a better position to implement the harmonized regulation when the time comes. But this thing of, I'm in charge, I'll do it my way. Yes, you do it your way, but if it doesn't work for us, you cannot prevent us from screaming. We will scream, and we will also do whatever it takes to ensure that our source of livelihood is protected. Transporters, drivers need to earn a living, and we need to earn a living sustainably. If our roads are not good, look at the nature of our roads. How long does it take to get to Kumasi now from Accra?
Absolutely.
How does this add to the viability of trucking as a business? These are matters that we are concerned about. So let nobody go and peddle that information that JAPTU is into all of. No. We know those people who are promoting that illegality. And those people are among the people who sometimes don't even want to have this union exist. Because when JAPTU was not effective and functional, it was free for them to do all the manner of illegalities. Now that we are there to ensure that if you're going to do that illegality, not in our yard, because you can't use our truck, you can't use our drivers, you can't use our operational systems, and we will not even register you if you are out of legislation. Now, with all of these commitments, all of this effort, what else is a union required to do? We think we are doing it so well, and at least the Ashantis will say, you see, at least.
Absolutely.
Sorry, I went on this sermon for too long.
Absolutely, I know. I understand. It's very important. So this is Iron Port here on Metro TV. Tonight we're taking a look at the Joint Association of Port Transport Unions, JAPTU, how they are delivering and driving efficiency, professionalism, and sustainability in Ghana's ports transport ecosystem. And we're going to go for a quick break. When we return, we'll continue with the show. Please do stay with us.
Brings you quality choices with Goil Super XP, available in many Goil stations nationwide. It is fortified with special additives that help your engine perform better and use less fuel. Branch into a Goil station today and energize your ride with Goil Super XP, compatible with most vehicles. Goil Super XP, Wufilia, huh? Wubefeel. Goil, good energy. Yeah, yeah.
Electricity, then pay your taxes. Our taxes, our future.
Because you see, without our taxes, we wouldn't have good roads, good schools, better hospitals, street lights, and other very important social amenities. When we pay our taxes, we give our children free and quality education. Talga, my money too small. Why should I pay my tax? Look, small. Salifo, it doesn't matter how small or big your business or income is. You still have to pay your taxes. The little taxes from each and every one of us, when put together, could give your community clean water. Or that deprived school with tables and chairs. Please pay your taxes. It is your responsibility. It is your civic duty. It is the law.
Welcome to today's edition of Serene Insurance Business News. We present to you Serena.
You're right. You can complete an entire insurance process for the purchase of any motor and other insurance products, from onboarding to issuing a motor insurance sticker and policy certificate, all on WhatsApp in less than 10 minutes. Serena is simple to use and it prioritizes user ease and flexibility. You can either use voice notes or text to effortlessly issue your instant policy, cross-platform renewals, claims, and also process your payments through mobile money, Visa, and MasterCard. To engage Serena, just search for Serena Insurance on all social media handles and scan the Serena barcode or save her number 0500 517 114 and start chatting her on WhatsApp immediately.
There you have it. Serena is not just a tool. It's an innovation by Serene Insurance designed to redefine how motor and travel insurance are accessed and managed. Speed, convenience, and reliability.
MPS Terminal 3 is Africa's new state-of-the-art container terminal at Tema Port. For manufacturers, agro-processors and traders, the new port means business can be done faster. This infrastructure boost will improve Ghana's port handling capacity, connect more trading routes, and oil the engine of growth for the economy, creating greater opportunities across all sectors as Africa's markets merge and become the largest trading bloc globally. MPS, we connect, you thrive.
At Phoenix Insurance, we make the unpredictable predictable and the uncertain certain with our range of products, including motor insurance, fire insurance, engineering insurance, marine insurance, accident insurances, and all types of bonds. We have you covered. We also support you with risk management advice to enable you stay focused on your business. Take a policy with Phoenix Insurance today. We help you rise from adversity stronger and more secure. Contact us on 0302 246319 or 0302 246644 or any of our branches, agencies, and brokers spread across the nation. You can as well connect with us on our WhatsApp chatbot. Efiba is waiting to assist you. Make the future predictable with Phoenix Insurance. Phoenix Insurance, a delightful service experience delivered with wisdom.
Across the corridor and every major yard, JAPTU is the choice of over 11,000 professional drivers. Visit our kiosk to register. Join a community built on safety, savings, and success. Get your official high-vis gear and your personalized JAPTU ID, your key to a smarter journey. With over 11,000 members, you are never driving alone. This is the JAPTU standard of excellence. Tap your card for instant fuel discounts at Shell. Save more on every fill and keep your profits high. Maximize your earnings with our real-time load board. Find your next haul instantly.
All right, welcome back. This is Zion Port here on Metro TV, and tonight we are discussing the Joint Association of Port Transport Unions, JAPTU Ghana, and how they are delivering and driving efficiency, professionalism, and sustainability in Ghana's transport ecosystem. With us in the studios, Mr. Ibrahim Musa, who is the Executive Secretary of JAPTU Ghana, and indeed Mr. Eugene Oheming, who is the he's head of IT and projects at the Joint Association of Port Transport Unions. They are the two gentlemen we are having a discussion with. He is head of IT and project development at JAPTU Ghana, Mr. Eugene Oheming. So, gentlemen, before we went on the break, but let me announce quickly that we have activated the phone lines for you to call in. The number to dial is 0245834980. It's right on the screen, 0245834980. You can call in and contribute to the discussion. Now, pretty shortly, we shall also be sharing your messages with the rest of our viewers and eliciting some responses from our guests for you. Now, the ports in Ghana, gentlemen, I've started the 24-hour economy operations. We want to find out from you, what is your assessment of this particular policy so far?
Thank you very much, Kennedy. It will interest you to know that trade and logistics are naturally a continuous operation. When vessels come in to call at the port, irrespective of the time, vessels call. Irrespective of the time, internal transfer of containers are being done. Irrespective of the time, containers are being moved from the ports to their final destination.
Absolutely.
So where we stand as transporters, there's no time limit as far as our operations are concerned.
Right.
So we've been doing 24-hour economy since since time immemorial. So we, JAPTU, embrace this, and we feel that there are certain things that will be done to make this very efficient. One of them is coordinated agency operations.
Okay.
Agencies like GRA, agencies like Standard Board, agencies like FDA, agencies like the terminals, agencies like the shipping line.
Sure.
We are yet to see shipping lines running a 24-hour operations, but the terminals are already doing it before this initiative.
Sure.
Now, we are making sure this works efficiently, and also reliable digital systems are also in place. That's what JAPTU seeks to provide.
Right.
We've talked about our TMS, our DVMS, and our incoming load board.
Yes.
These are all digital platform which has no time limit or time bound as far as operating is concerned.
Yeah.
Whereas first, if you need a truck, I need to look for a transporter who might be sleeping around 12 a.m. before he can get me a truck.
Sure.
This is it's absolutely a thing of the past.
Yeah.
Because with a load board, you can easily book your load, and a driver who is available can easily respond to that.
Yeah.
Now, 24-hour economy, faster documentation and processing. Now, I'm sure the shipping lines are also preparing to join these operations. The shipping lines must join because they are a major stakeholder in these operations.
Sure.
A driver returns from delivering a cargo, gets to a terminal, empty yard to drop container, and there's a demurrage on the container. The driver needs to wait the next morning to get an invoice before this comes. So that is a major gap in the operations of the 24 hours. We transporters and drivers are ever ready, and we are ready to support the government and the port with this noble initiative. Adequate security coverage.
Right.
We will need this to operate at the port. You see the environs of the port now. We can see clearly the GPHA is about to lit the whole environment of the port to bring a lot of visibility and security around this area. Now, synchronized stakeholder availability. As I said earlier on, the shipping lines must come on board. Freight forwarders must also come on board to work 24 hours to make sure that these things, these challenges the drivers go through are curtailed.
Right.
Now you can see there's huge traffic around the MPS all the time because drivers are trying to deposit or drop empty containers when they finish their work. If shipping lines are working 24/7, if all the players are working 24/7, we might not be experiencing this traffic around the port and the MPS area. So I think that it's a very noble initiative, and the transport sector is ready to support this initiative. If supporting operational ecosystem is fully aligned, I think we would achieve our goal if it comes to the 24-hour economy. Thank you.
Great. Mr. Musa, do you have anything to add on 24-hour economy? What are your observations so far?
Yes, so far, yes, policy implementation in transition. We are particularly excited by the promise within the 24-hour economy, in the sense that processes are going to be more available, and this will definitely reduce the turnaround time.
Right.
And we would expect to receive more cargo volumes. And for us, anything that results in more cargo at our port is something worth celebrating.
Absolutely.
These were part of the things that inspired the speed with which JAPTU invested in the deployment of our cargo load board. Because we foresaw an increment in cargo volumes.
Right.
And if this is happening at the port end, those of us who do the last mile need to also position ourselves properly.
Right.
So I'm sure that period, our head of IT will barely sleep because we wanted to beat the 1st July deadline.
Right.
So we are ready. We already offer 24-hour service. Now this is a matter of policy, and like Eugene said, with the kind of stakeholder intersectoral coordination that he's recommending. I'm sure when the policy is reviewed, certain things are going to be enhanced. And as we move forward, this is one policy that we believe has serious transformational impact.
Absolutely.
We in the tracking sector, JAPTU in particular, we are ready. So they should bring it on.
Now, he identified one issue that is not helping the situation. That has to do with the inability of the shipping lines to operate 24/7. And he also attributed, in fact, the issue of the traffic around the port area, port enclave, has become a very serious one. And he mentioned that one of the factors has to do with the drivers clamoring to go and deliver their empty containers and all that, and that has been one of the contributory factors. I just want to find out from you, what are some of the things that you think we can do? Have there been any engagements with the shipping lines to try and impress upon them Or is there any reason why they are not, as it were?
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I think we engage some of the shipping lines this week. And what they seek to explain to us that they have inadequate empty yards to drop these containers. Obviously, this will call for a congestion around the port.
Yeah.
Because they are receiving more cargo, which means the throughputs are increasing.
Yeah, sure.
But they are not putting in steps. These empty yards are the same empty yards which we've have around the port since time immemorial.
For a very long time.
And cargo throughput keeps increasing.
Yeah.
Burkina is bringing a lot of cargo.
Niger
is bringing a lot of cargo. But we are not seeing new container depots around the port. This is worrying. And it will interest you to know, when I called one of them, he told me they are looking for places to buy or rent to drop containers. And I said, but this is far-fetched. You should have done this way
a long
ahead,
time ago,
because you see your volumes coming.
Yeah.
And we do more import than we export.
Yeah.
So obviously, these containers are not moving anytime soon. If you look at the declaration regime, we do over 80,000 imports and 7,000 exports as far as declarations are concerned. There's a huge gap. So these containers will sit in Ghana over a period of time before they have use for them to go. So the 80,000 declarations or over 100,000 containers coming in every month are not leaving anytime soon. So your depots
will get filled up here, sure.
This is basic mathematics. You are doing 80,000 imports and 7,000 exports with regards to declaration. So I think these shipping lines must up their game, invest more in other alternatives to make sure that drivers even are able to drop containers 24/7. And they should move beyond, because what we saw they were avoiding to do is to build empty yards way away from the port. Because it will cost them also more to return them back to the port. So it's an issue we need to dialogue and see how we can solve this problem.
Absolutely.
And when these trucks are ready to drop and they are not ready to receive, detention and demurrage must cease. That's what we are seeking to preach to them.
Because it's through no fault of the drivers.
Exactly.
That, you know.
And drivers are always suffering, because drivers will have another job to pick, and there will be an empty container on the truck for 2 days. So the driver turnaround time keeps increasing.
Let's go and speak to Nikwe, I'm told, who's calling us from Tema. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Hello, Ni. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Awesome. Please shoot.
Okay. I think we have a nice discussion this evening.
Thank you, sir.
And my contribution to this program, I think, especially about this, our roads and roads contractors.
Right.
We heard our road minister last week or two going around speaking to the contractors.
Yeah.
But I also worried. I'm not too much grown, but we saw a road contractor before, not to these ones.
Right.
But what I know is, if they are constructing a road, we leave the old road and build a new road. After a new one, then we go and demolish the old one before constructing all the roads. But for these days, I can't see it that way. Let's just look at Kaswa to this thing, Libo or Kaswa to Cape Coast Road.
Yes.
They just mingle everything, just clear all the road and just putting passenger in pressure. As if they just came to even punish the Ghanaians. As Alhaji Ibrahim was saying, if the road efficiency is not favoring the drivers currently in this country, not. We are not just, because of that, they will just come out and saying that they are increasing their fares and whatever. But let's be fair to them.
Right.
Let's be fair to them. If you are from Accra going to Cape Coast, if you didn't get this air conditioned car, you can't even have a good traveling.
Yeah.
So we just add the road minister.
Right.
And our president, we know that he's doing well. We all testify that he's doing well.
Right.
But those road contractors on the front currently, it's not good enough.
Right.
That's my
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. Nipe Atram, who called in from Tabora in Alaji. Thank you very much. We are deeply grateful to you. That's a concern. I mean, which is very legitimate. I saw a picture one time on social media where A guy said he had moved from Kasua. He was moving from Kasua to Winneba. And when he alighted, he was like dust himself. You know, he was all red.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
I think the manner in which I am not an expert, but
yes.
from a layman's perspective, I just think the manner in which our roads are reconstructed or maintained doesn't take into consideration or adequate consideration the plight of road users,
yeah.
the plight of transporters,
yes.
and even the plight of adjoining residents of adjoining communities.
Yes.
Elsewhere, these are exercises that are well thought through, planned and executed.
Alternative routes are
yes, with very minimal disruption.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't see why sometimes the impression is created that once your road is being constructed,
you should be
it's
happy.
Like it's a favor.
Yeah, sure. You should
so
be happy,
whatever inconvenience comes with
you
it,
swallow it.
you should swallow it. And I don't think that is the right way for
Yeah.
us to, treat ourselves as citizens of
That's
this
true.
country.
Yeah, yeah.
With the issue of congestion within the port,
Yes.
I think one of the areas that we will have to maybe dialogue further with the port.
That's traffic. The traffic
yes,
situation.
the traffic situation is the availability of adequate parking
space.
Adequate parking space.
Right.
And once there are no parking space, excuses can be made for some form of, unapproved parking and how these things affect the flow of traffic in our space. We are very grateful to the GPHA for the new truck park, that huge area.
Yes.
To get that size of land in Tema for a truck park, for us is always a further testament of the commitment of the GPHA, the Director General, the Director of Port, their commitment to ensuring that the trucking sector is well protected and the right environment is created. But it's becoming obvious that once we are preparing to vacate Banda Yard, we may have to expedite our effort in getting alternative parking place. And JAPTU and the port security team can also have further discussion to see how we synchronize truck movement within the port space. Yes, the port is not an open market area where a truck that has no business can just move in to come and say no. These are some of the things that JAPTU is trying to work on with this load board to ensure that trucks move into the space only when they have business to do in the space. And then if there is adequate parking areas outside the port, then nobody has an excuse to be loitering in the port space if they have no business to do. These are areas that we think that we should have, some further consultation. Yes, acquiring land in Tema, we can imagine the financial burden to bring to the port, but it will be a necessary investment to ensure that the trucking sector is not unnecessarily displaced from the physical port immediate environment.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. All right, let's do some messages now. This one says, on workplace safety in focus, this upload, okay, no, I think this was a message I was sent. This one is from Committee in Tema. It says, I want to know what really is the problem on the port roads. So much traffic, it's so unbearable. And what's worse, every day I see not more than 3 broken down trucks blocking the moving lanes. What can be done?
Yes, for that broken down vehicles, this is part of the reason why JAPTU accepted to collaborate with the Auto Venture Consult Limited in introducing the port truck load worthy inspection and certification.
Right, sure.
The belief or the expectation was that with that regime, our truck owners were going to be pulled more towards, greater maintenance of their trucks.
Greater maintenance of their
that.
trucks.
Yeah.
When we come, we will speak to Forsen from Tema, and when we come back, we continue from there. We have barely 5 minutes to wrap up. Good evening, sir.
Evening, sir.
Awesome.
Please, this tracks.
Yes.
Yes, the guy is saying that they want to create this thing, but there's this Dangote cement area. They also bring trucks along the same area, and then Ibrahim's area too is at the same place. So other trucks are coming, not only the trucks going to load at the port. And that is what makes the place so congested. From Monday last week to Friday this week, you can't even move. The whole place was so choked.
Good.
So I don't know what they can do about it. If they can have a way of...
Awesome. Great. Mr. Forson.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. We are most grateful. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, so I think our caller made a very important
point. Absolutely. Yeah.
But on that side, congestion, I think it's an area that we need to have more conversation with port security to have a more scientific evaluation of the causes.
Right.
And I think working together, we should be able to deploy some solution to clear that situation up.
Absolutely. Right. Thank you very much. Brighton Abilkluma says, good discussion so far. My question to JAPTU is, when will drivers at the ports begin to see the direct benefits of all these reforms and digitization efforts?
Thank you very much. One of the major reforms we did this year is the fuel discount.
Yes.
And it's currently ongoing. Drivers do not enjoy points when they go to these stations.
Yeah.
They enjoy real cash back instantly. Assuming the driver is buying 9,000 worth of fuel, he will receive about 200 cedis right in his pocket.
Right.
So he pays the amount less the 200, which obviously means there's a direct benefit to the driver.
Absolutely.
We also do trainings for our drivers because one of the major problems we encountered during our engagement with our drivers, they even lack knowledge in the custom procedures.
Right.
So we've been doing stakeholder engagement to bring these stakeholders to come and train our drivers in understanding the procedure and process running around the port. So if I continue on, we would mention over and over. Now, drivers do not have to know agents before they get works.
Sure.
So that is a major change. Drivers would make sure that they are part of this union. One of them also is we obtain over 20,000 reflectors from Ghana Link for our drivers.
Wow.
Drivers do not have to buy reflectors anymore. Now, when you go around the port, you see drivers wearing JAPTU and then ICUMS or Ghana Link reflectors all over the port. This was an initiative championed by JAPTU to make sure drivers get this safety vest before they enter the port. Without a safety vest, you cannot enter the port as a driver.
Absolutely.
So drivers are already benefiting, and they will continue to benefit. There are more coming. When we launch the load board, drivers will stay at home, receive jobs before they move in.
Yeah, sure.
We are also bringing a truck driver queue system where drivers will join a queue digitally to come around the port because the port is a security zone. The port has domestic activities, industrial activities happening also around the port. So congestion, our load board, I believe, will solve greater part of the congestion issue. Because drivers need to bring their trucks closer to the port.
Absolutely.
Immediately they get jobs, they can go in their cars and move. But when the load board is available, loads are posted way in advance. And then your appointment time is scheduled on the load.
Right.
So you know you have an appointment to go to MPS or GPHA to load tomorrow 5 p.m. So you bring your truck directly and then you enter the port. So I believe with the load board, you will solve a lot of the congestion issue around the port.
Right. Right. So what it is, I'm just playing the devil's advocate here. You have your drivers, many of them, and the general perception is that they are not highly educated. And now you're going to go digitize, and the fellow is supposed to be enrolled on the dashboard to be able to access jobs. Is there any form of education you are giving to them so that they are able to come along with you?
Exactly. So we have built a load board to be as simplest as you can. The driver will see the load being posted.
Okay.
There's two things he can do. He can either accept the load or counter offer.
Okay.
Every transportation road rate we've embedded in the platform.
Embedded on the platform. Yes. Let's speak to Emmanuel in our last call, and then we would conclude with you. Yeah. Hello, sir.
Yes, hello.
Yes, Chief Emma, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, my suggestion is concerning the congestion at the port.
Yes, sir.
if maybe JAPTU
That's the traffic situation at the port. If it's a congestion, it means a different thing altogether. The traffic situation within around the port enclave, yes.
Yeah, concerning the trucks.
Yes.
If maybe JAPTU creates a holding point at maybe Tawam.
Okay.
You see, hold the trucks coming from the north and the hinterland. They can have a holding point at maybe in Sawam. Then give them notices as to when they have to proceed to Tema.
Right.
And I think this will be a temporary solution for a time.
Awesome. Great. Thank you very much. Your suggestions well taken. Deeply grateful, sir. Thank you. Yes.
And I think to also enhance the implementation of the load board.
Yes.
We are currently working with other donor institutions to get the required funding to deploy a training program.
Right.
But like he said, these platforms are going to be very user-friendly because we understand the demographics of our people. We know the educational background, the challenges. As a matter of fact, building this platform was done in close consultation with them to ensure that the impact of this handicap is minimal on that platform.
Absolutely.
So going forward, we're going to ensure that the platform, once becomes fully operational, will yield the benefits that we are all expecting.
Awesome. Fredos, let's take our last. Fredos in Accra says, JAPTU has really brought some structure to the trucking sector over the years, but how are they dealing with indiscipline and roadworthy trucks within the ports? I think you mentioned,
The encryption on our NFC cards allow us to record all manner of infractions there, and these things are going to be weighed.
Right.
And some of these things, when we deploy the queuing, are going to have implications on your chances of picking the next load.
Yes.
People are doing all manner of reckless things because they don't think there are consequences to it.
Yes.
JAPTU is introducing a mechanism to ensure that all these actions will have consequences on the driver, on the truck owner. And when people become mindful of some of these things, it helps us all to be fully compliant.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, we will continue to push our people to be self-compliant. But you see, people will be who they are. There has to be some disciplinary mechanisms to also crack the whip if the need arises. And all these are things we want to do. The face we want to give to the trucking sector is the face of a very modern transport union operating with a set of well-motivated professional drivers.
Awesome.
This is a very, very difficult call, but we are not discouraged by it. We are determined and we want to do it. This is part of the reason why we continue to invest in strengthening the structures of our affiliate associations.
Absolutely.
It may interest you to know that at the end of every month, they are giving resources to run their system. We are putting together leadership training, organizational management to ensure that whoever is in the port space rendering transport service is fit for purpose and is rendering a service that we are all proud of. And these are the things we invest our resources in. So when people stand on their shoulders, they now think that, oh, JAPTU is sharing resources, so people rush to register general, register a transport company. But we have clear entry provisions.
Absolutely.
So if you have to come, you must come with value. You must show us your membership. You must see your truck. You must see your structures. And once you tick all these boxes, the door is always open and you join.
Great. Thank you very much indeed. I think I would draw the curtain on this week's edition of Eye on Port. I know you haven't finished, but our time is already up. Absolutely. JAPTU Ghana, driving efficiency, professionalism, and sustainability in Ghana's port transport ecosystem. We've been having a discussion with Mr. Ibrahim Musa, Executive Secretary, JAPTU Ghana, that's a joint association of port transport unions, and then Mr. Eugene Ohiming, Head of IT and Project Development of the Joint Association of Port Transport Unions, JAPTU Ghana. Gentlemen, thank you so much for coming. We're deeply grateful to you for coming. And we know that this is not the first time. This is not it's going to be the last as well. We'll have you some other time when the need arises. We'd like to say a big thanks to our sponsors, Ghana Revenue Authority, Guel PLC, Serene Insurance, Ghana Link Network Services, Meridian Port Services, MPS, Phoenix Insurance, and JAPTU, Joint Association of Port Transport Unions, Ghana. We thank you so much. And remember, the show is proudly powered by the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, GPHA. And We entreat you to keep watching the rest of our programs here on Metro TV, and God willing, next week we shall bounce back with another wonderful edition of your favorite Our Import program. But don't forget to watch the abridged version of Our Import on Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. on Ghana Television GTV. My name is Kennedy Mona. Thank you so much. Keep on keeping on. We're out for now.
Metro TV, insightful and inspiring moments.